Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Narayanam Namaskrityam Naram Chaiva Narottamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tato Jayam Udirahe Nashta Prayeshu Abhadreshu Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya Bhagavate Uttama Sloke Bhaktir Bhavati Naistiki Krishnaya Vasudevaya Devaki Nandanaya Cha Nanda Gopa Kumaraya Govindaya Namo Namaha. Hare Krishna. Today we are taking the verse from Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 10, Chapter 20, and text 39 and 40. Sane sane jahu pankam Stalaniyamam cha viruddaha Yataham mamatam dira Sharirādishva antamso Anatmasho Sane sane jahu pankam Stalani amam cha viruddaha Yataham mamatam dira Sharirādvishu anatmashu Sane sane jahu pankam Stalani amam cha viruddaha Yataham mamatam dira Sharirādvishu anatmashu Atmashu Shana Shane Jupanka Shuddha Yadatma Mamatam Dira Sharirādishu Anatmashu Shane Shane Jo Pankam Kalkanam Viruddha Tatma Mamatadira Sharira Mataji's Shanai Shariradish Shane Shane. Very gradually, Jahu gave up Pankam, their mud, Stalani, the place of land, Amam, their unripe condition, Cha, and Viruddha, the plants, Yata, as Aham, Mamatam, egoism and possessiveness, Dhiraha, sober sages, Sharira Adishu, focused upon the material body and other external objects, Anatmashu, which are completely distinct from the real self. Translation and purport by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. Translation. Gradually the different areas of land gave up their muddy condition and the plants grew past their unripe stage. In the same way that sober sages give up egoism and possessiveness that are based on things different from the real self, namely the material body and its byproducts. Purport, it's a small purport. The word Adishu in this verse indicates the byproducts of body such as children, home and wealth. Text 40. Nischalambur abuttushnim samudra sharad agame atmani uparate samyan munir vayu paratmagam. Translation and purport. With the arrival of autumn, the ocean and the lakes became silent. The water still, and like sages who has desisted from all the material activities and given up his recitation of Vedic mantras. Purport. One recites ordinary Vedic mantras for material promotion, mystic power and impersonal salvation. But when a sage is completely free of personal desire, he vibrates the transcendental glories of the Supreme Lord exclusively. Please repeat the translation. Gradually, the different areas of land gave up their muddy condition and the plants grew past their unripe stage. In the same way that sober sages give up egoism and possessiveness, these are based on things different from the real self, namely the material body and its products. With the arrival of autumn, the ocean and the lakes became silent. The water still, just like a sage who has desisted from all material activities and given up his recitation of Vedic mantras. ॐ ज्ञानतिमिरन्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुर्मिलितमेन तस्मै श्रीगुरुवे नमः। श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टम् स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूपा कदा मह्यं ददाति स्वपदान्तिकम्। वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरु श्रीयुतापदकमलम् श्रीगुरुवैष्णवां च श्रीरूपं साग्रजाता सहगना रघुनाथान्वितं सजीवं साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनसहितं कृष्णचैतन्यदेवं श्रीराधा कृष्णपादा सहगणा ललिता श्रीविशाखान्वितं च। हे कृष्णा करुणा सिन्धु दीनबन्धो जगत्पते गोपेश गोपिकान्ता श्रीराधाकान्ता नमोस्तुते। तप्त काञ्चन गौराङ्गी राधे वृन्दावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये। वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्येव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। Hare Krishna. Meantime, I seek the blessing of all of you so that we can glorify the Lord, can do the chanting and hearing properly in this Srimad Bhagavatam class. So here, the verse, it's the season of autumn season. As the autumn season progresses, Prabhupada writes here, the muddy, moist earth dries up. The green vegetation begins to fade. You may be having good experience now. When rainy season goes, again that thing starts, People feel little relaxed in Mumbai. There is no rain. Now, that is the thing. So this resembles a disappearance of the false sense of affinity and ego. Here very important points have been taken as one progresses in cultivating the spiritual life, there is gradual disappearance of materialistic ego. Today's highlight is the same thing. Whereas it is given when we do the sadhana for progressing in spiritual life, gradually we feel there is a disappearance of the material ego, material desire. It's the process. And some extent, we all have come to this Krishna conscious. Because of that, slowly that our urge of material enjoyment is disappeared. It is reduced somewhat. We can realize that. And this is the principle. As one is covered with three modes, the spirit soul thinks himself, Prabhupada, all in all, and is covered by false ego. Normally this false ego, whenever that material enjoyment comes, and second thing comes the false ego, Prabhupada says, this is the diseased condition. Today we were hearing the class from while DT dressing. Prabhupada is saying, you are in diseased condition. You have to come out of this diseased condition. What is the diseased condition? It is abnormal condition. It is not your natural condition. You want to enjoy these senses. You have come for some different purpose. So you have your false identification, Prabhupada. You always have your false identification with the body and bodily relationship with the material things. That becomes your object of attraction. This is all false identification. This is the disease. But when the progress in cultivating this spiritual life, understanding about the spirit, working to improve the spiritual life, so then, Prabhupada says, this false identification and attraction for matter will dry up. It will fade away. That is the analogy he has given it. That dry mud which was there, then immediately that moisture goes off. Even all these things, they get dry up. All plants and all, they get dry up. Same way, the cultivating the spiritual advancement, cultivating the spiritual life, automatically the material identification, false ego, it gets dried up. Therefore, the progressive spiritual culture which is there, being about to, remove all the false egos and material attraction. This is only a thing. Some or the other, ena tena prakarena. You have to be with the spiritual attachment. There are all the things like Mangalarti, we do all the sadhanas, and acharyas designed in such a way, they can remove all the contaminated things, especially for Kali Yuga. That's why diseased condition. Prabhupada says this is a diseased condition. The such soul is eligible to be promoted to the spiritual kingdom. Once the diseased condition gets over, when it gets purified, then it is eligible to be promoted to the spiritual world, spiritual kingdom. We have to prepare that condition. And main thing Prabhupada says, we have nothing to do. We have nothing to do with this miserable material world. Nothing to do. Nothing to do, no, permanently nothing to do. So, cultivating the spiritual aspect is not only just an adjustment of material process. It is a process of prepare to be promoted to the spiritual kingdom. This is the thing, main job. Our main job, you have to get out from here. This should be our last birth and go back home, back to God. We can never adjust the suffering of the material existence, but spiritual, only by the spiritual culture only, we can elevate ourselves. Any material adjustment, nothing can be done. No, it will have a more miserable life. People just try to do that. So many things, especially in this modern world. You see so many industries, I could see. We had so many textile mills in Mumbai. So many productive things initially in 60, 70, up to 80. very huge. All, this area and all, you can see thousands and thousands people go for the mills. There are so many mills in Leamington Road and Lal Bagh area. All Bombay was topmost industry for the mills actually. What they did, the latest thing, the price was more for the land. They disposed all the mills, closed it. Now they are making malls. What productivity is there? Nothing. Is everything shattered actually. They thought this is an adjustment for becoming happy. This is what we can see. There is no production. Even the cultivation thing is not at all there. When India got an independence, that time Pandit Nehru and all the planning committee, they used to work out very hard. First 5-year plan, second 5-year plan, third 5-year plan to become self-sufficient on food grains and other things. Even I have seen those good old days in Mumbai for the marriage and all, there was no lunch and dinner. Or Radha Krishna Prabhu and old people must be knowing. Because it was banned. There's shortage of food grain. They used to give one ice cream and send it. Mumbai, I'm telling you. Because they were planning all big dams and preparing self-sufficiency. And British left us, and that time we had that same, even all the people, the industries was just growing, and this Bhakra Nangal Dam and everything. It was a huge process of cultivating the thing. The present days, nobody is giving an interest for that cultivation. On the contrary, that is the ultimate. Prabhupada says nobody can have nut bolts because they are growing the industries. But they can't have nut bolts because we should have rice, grains, So that was given important. Plus, for improving the industries, they used to self-sufficiently, never used to bring anything from outside. They used to ban. Even, you must be knowing, Swami, even Mahatma Gandhi, he was banned outside clothes and all. He was just put it, burnt it, all must be knowing. Because it had a great meaning. Self-sufficiency. Whatever even Prabhupada was given, the Varnashram Dharma, even self-sufficiency is most important actually. Now nobody is bothered. Nobody is bothered. Even suppose somebody is employed someplace, some of the companies, they never used to try for the other company because they were quite satisfied. That greediness was not there. The company is providing their security, social security, family security, everything was there. Today they will give the highest money. The money, so many figures. 5 figures, 6 figures, even sometimes 10 figures also. Next day by telephone they will say, from tomorrow onwards, you are not needed. Earlier it was not like that. It was the highest culture of India. We have to just see this, how spiritualization is vanishing. Even there is no spiritual people. Very, very few. And by the mercy of our Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and Nityananda Mahaprabhu, and by Brahma Bhadva Gaudiya Sampradaya, some ISKCON is existing somewhere or the other, showing that our, spirituality is most important. We are with so many books, so many types of activities, we are propagating that. Don't do that, don't do that. Even there's cow slaughtering and all. Actually, this is the highest crime, highest sin actually. You can't leave that. And especially in this one of the state like Karnataka, few days before the election, one of the persons said, you can give vote to us so that we'll allow you to do cow slaughtering. What a horrible type of crime the person is doing. They are taking the most important post. So how can we expect it? Such a mean-minded people, they are killing mother. So it's one of the vast, misery will take place. That devastation, there is no limit for it. How can you expect that? It is really very difficult things are going on. Very, very dangerous things are going on. Already Kali Yuga is very cruel, but its most dangerous thing is going on. So our job is to Krishna conscious, to be very powerful. Then that is only the answer for this. Otherwise there is no material changes will never make any solution for the spiritual advancement. And they have to suffer for it. Because see, so many scams, so many people, they just do it. Even at the time once independences took place, I still remember I was in high school. Even president had 10,000 salary. And that person, he used to take only 2,000, just remuneration. See the dedication they had. They are all highly dedicated people. It is just a service. It's not that particular thing. This is a service for the nation. That big, what we call, that kindness, compassionate, they were all, Dr. Vinoba Bhave and all those people, they used to read Bhagavad Gita, Bhagavatam. So they know there will be a reaction if you don't take that particular process. And it's natural. It's quite natural. Now, the people never wanted any sort of result. What result will come? They are not bothered. Just enjoy life king size. Bring, borrow, steal, do anything. Have ghee, that is the time, the thing about. So we used to go for some debate competition and all. There the people used to give the lecture. What happened? Nowadays the people wanted to enjoy king size happiness. Bring, borrow, steal, do anything. Have ghee. This is Charvak philosophy. That is true. It's going on. It is given in the Shastra. So here exactly, the process you have started this spiritual life, it is one good example is that just like a dry, when the process is automatically what happens, that by the dry coconut, ultimately, slowly, that becomes so dry, it separates from its shell actually, skin, and it leaves. The same is similarly with purification of spirit soul, automatically separates from the gross and subtle material coverage. Gross and subtle, both are there. It is such a thing, not one-sided. Every side you have to take care, especially, driving, car driving. So much work, for that. I used to have to be very careful. Signal and person is passing or what. And the hands are very steady, it should be. And ears also has got out. And legs, you are carrying something, you are running. So much work, so much work for all parts of the body. Even little carelessness, everything gets finished. So even in devotional life also, everything you have to take care. Okay, I did my Mangalarti very nice. Now I will take rest. It's 24 hours process. Very, very serious process it is. Very, very serious. And whatever that, forget about all those things. When you have to be very humble. Then we remember that Trinadapi Sunischena Tarurapi Saishnuna Amanina Manadena Kirtaniya Sada Hari. Every day we are hearing it. That is for whom? For Panchatattva. Actually it has got a very high, lots of importance in that. Why it is regularly, it is feeding like a child. It is fed like a child all the time. I heard it. Because why we don't take it seriously? We are not humbler than the blade of grass. We are humble, of course. After taking Krishna consciousness, we have become really humble. Prabhuji, please. But we have not come to that level of humbleness, humility. Humbler than blade of grass. Even dry grass is on the floor. It is on the earth, flat. You have to go below that. Our level of humility, that humbleness is not so much. That's why, second thing, more tolerant than a tree. not as tolerant as tree. See the words, no? You be more tolerant than a tree. You have to defeat that tolerance of the tree. You know? Okay, it's very tough job. Third thing, not to expect any respect from others. Give all respect to others. Very difficult job. But unless we do this, we can't constantly chant the holy name. This is Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has given. Because we are not on that stage. So we are trying to become that devotees. All the time we are trying to become devotees. So the purification of spirit soul is really getting every day. There's no doubt in it. This is the liberation. That means freedom from the false ego. There is nothing else. Freedom from false ego. What is the humbleness means? I wanted even I to be the master of this place. There should be some sort of, pratishtha. At least some glories. I did so many book distributions. One devotee was there. A good devotee. And he said one day people were announcing our marathon's book distribution. Some or the other, his name was missed. So he distributed something like around 5,000, 10,000 Bhagavad Gita. His name was missed. And he said, Prabhuji, from next year onwards, I am not going to touch any book from the temple. Because they announced my name, they have not declared. I said, don't worry. That was also planning of Krishna, because Radha Gopinath knows, no, you have distributed so much. No. This philosophy you don't tell me, Prabhuji. So it's fact actually. It's not so easy. Subtle form it is. And you should have so much distribution I did it. How can they do this? What a mistake they have done it. Yeah? This is very subtle. Even devotees. Class of devotees. Then I said, no, Lord knows it. Don't worry. Of course, that person again started distributing, no doubt in it. Because even the subtle form, very subtle. That's why, especially whenever something we have to glorify, some people we have to, in mass way we have to say. We are not to mention anybody's name. That's the best thing. There was some person who did some small job, he'll feel very bad. Internal. And it's sort of a curse, you have ruined one of the soul. Some or the other by your vocabulary expertise things. So we have to be very careful. This is what's happening. Because the purification, we are all under the process of purifying. And here it is given, the rough sea becomes very calm and quiet after that. First it is verse 40 it is said. Because the frequency even is always disturbing. So many things, if you are having some earlier radio receivers and communication system you may be having. So there's some IF stage is there. IF stage means there are so many frequencies are passing. So you have to tune that frequency, one frequency. Then you'll get only one frequency. As there's so many frequencies, it will get, what we call it? All grumbling, bombardment. You don't even understand anything. Same thing happens. It's a disturbing thing. This disease actually is disturbing. You have to only fine tuning to be done. Spiritual fine tuning. Because you have to see all the time the mode of goodness. Even by talk, even by walk, even by vision, even by thinking. Everything you should have mode of goodness. A Vaishnava quality. He's not very good. He's very decent person in talking. And he's very arrogant in any action. It's very difficult. All the things should be mode of goodness. Every side it should be taken care of. Calm and quiet. How these things, because very difficult job. Calm and quiet. You'll sit for some time. Even some mothers actually, for example, the child is asking so many questions. So, some children are asking many questions. The mother have to give very, very, humbly, very patientfully. One Second question, third question, she fires the child. So normally it happens. Only devotees who have really undergone this, who really understand this, then immediately they will tolerate all those things. There's a bank of questions children are having. Bank of questions. Parents are knowing about it. So how, because it is, they wanted to fine tune his life. He wanted to hear it. He wanted to grab everything. He is just learning what is the thing. What is the way you are feeding, he will learn actually. When we were in high school, actually earlier qualification, education was really golden age, I can say. About 20, 30, 40 years before. It was wonderful, golden age. Because all dedicated teachers, they never had any bad habits. That is number one. All these 4 regulative principles they were maintaining. He is called Vidya. He could give Vidya. He can donate. He can give Vidya charity. He should be that. I have never seen any teachers smoking or nothing. Hardly some maybe chewing pan and all. That's all. No, I never had seen in that time. So they particularly, the people themselves practically, they were following that. And since they were following, so when they give certain education, that penetrates the heart. Purity was the force. That was the thing actually. The person who gives Vidya, and 4 things, especially 3 things, people cannot charge for it. One is Vidya, second is Nyaya, third is Aushadhi, medicine. Now this is 3 are the most corrupted line. Highest charging. Vidya, Nyaya, medicine, Ayurvedic. This is the highest chargeable line. See, dharma becomes adharma, adharma becomes dharma. Totally 180 degrees reverse. Kali Yuga. We can see, na? Very easily we can see. And because one who gets that particular quality, that is the permanent quality. It is not an artificial thing like. That's a born quality. They had that. When after getting that training, then their foundation becomes very strong. Perfect foundation. Now the environment itself is very difficult. That's why some or the other we have started our Gopal Garden School for the devotees. This is some good benefit. But how many we are going to use that, how many we are going to protect it, it is rather Gopinath himself knows. So we have to be very, very careful, everything. Because even small little job, you can't even speak with the people. So arrogance. Even in traveling also. You can't. One person was keeping his leg on the seat one day. It was in first class. I said, जरा आप जूते का पाँव को नीचे रखिए ना. नहीं, कुछ नहीं होता है. He kept it more comfortably after that. So nothing. Because this is a training what they did not get the training at all. No training is given. Whatever the system is there. So better keep quiet and come back, because don't spoil your conscience by seeing that. Especially for the devotees, they have to be very careful. And nowadays, the latest days are really we have to be more careful. And less talk is Maunam Pandita Lakshanam. That is much better, whatever I feel it. Less talk is more safer, because no disturbances. Actually, I'll give small 2 examples. One is that how the thing a person does the culture of spiritualization is one is our Sanatan Goswami and Rupa Goswami. When they were there in Ramkeli, they were the ministers. They had, ship full of gold coin, lots of money. Everything was there. And their mother said, this is not the goal of life. You have to take shelter of Krishna and you have to purify. So they write letter to Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. They're writing, just please visit us, we wanted to see. Because their conscious was that same Ramkeli, they made it replica of Vrindavan. They were Govardhan, Yamuna, all those things. Because all the time, the process was that. Finally, when Chaitanya Mahaprabhu gave darshan to them, they totally got transformed. Because ultimately, the process is most important. By that process, immediately it was very easy for them to renounce this particular material world very nicely. This is another example. And second thing is, you of course you have seen that drama also. I'll refer this Kanakadasi. He was in Udupi, he was taking training from Vyasdevji. There are so many, Ramacharya, Bhimacharya, so many Veda Pandits were there. He was taking training outside because it was not allowed for with these Brahminical students. He was sitting outside and hearing everything. So finally the day comes, they were asking, who is eligible for the Vaikunta? That was the question. So they were all saying, we are all highly qualified Veda Pandits. 100% we'll go. There's no point. So then finally they ask Kanakadas, Rastirth. So Kanakadas says, if I go, I may go. People got quite disturbed. How this person he can go, Then Vyastirtha could understand. If I means that false ego of I-ness. If I go, then I may go. Vaikunta. Especially this verse has got that false ego thing. It's very subtle. It's very subtle. And even Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he gives it in Shishtastakam also, that clearing process of this, dust clearing process of this mirror of our heart. That dust is a false ego and envy nature and wanted to enjoy separately from Krishna. And so many desires. Prabhupada says one more important thing is that one who have got a desire, material desire, he'll be always unhappy. He'll never be happy at all. That's why you have to take Krishna consciousness so seriously. There is no material desire. Zero desire. In Japan, they have a program, zero error. Any material you are making, zero error. What is error? 1%, 2%. No error, zero error. Like the Prabhupada wanted zero material desire. That way you have to become. Otherwise you have to come back here. Very dangerous. You are not going to get inside there is no eligibility, no admission for getting inside the kingdom of God. No admission. So actually finally I wanted to speak about the Narad Munis, especially what is the life of sincere devotee. Let us repeat it so that, not repeat, I'll speak. Narad Muni says, what is the life of sincere devotee? He's giving this talk with the class with our Vedavyasji, Vyasdevji. So, what is the life of sincere devotee? The answer is the life of sincere devotee of Lord is thus explained in nutshell by Narad Muni. You all must have been referred it. It is Srimad Bhagavatam 1.6.26 purport. Prabhupada says, Narad Muni by his personal example. Such a devotee after his initiation, number one, such a devotee after his initiation by the Lord or his bona fide representative takes very seriously chanting the glories of the Lord. Everywhere, that is the ultimate medicine. Even example, we can refer, Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he was in Gaya. He met Ishwara Puri, his Guru Maharaj. Even after taking this Mahamantra, everything took total changes. Very seriously chanting the glories of the Lord. And what happens, he will very seriously chant the holy name of the Lord. One who has taken proper initiation from the bona fide representative. This is the point. Because first of all, he is taking the vow in front of the Lord and he gives a value for that vow. 100%. It's a lifelong vow. It's not that just temporary message. So, and traveling all over the world. This is also important. So that others may hear and glories of the Lord. One develops himself as well as he has to give to others. Achara and plus prachara. This is, and second one, such devotee have no desire for material gain. He is busy with chanting and going out and preaching. For such person, no desire for material gain, because who will take care of it? He is moving all over. he is going for preaching. There is no point somebody will take care of that. So there is no desire for material gain. Third point, they are conducted by one single desire. To go back to Godhead. This should be the last birth. Our place is there. In Kannada there is our Maharaj's book, autobiography is given a name, Allide Nammane. You know? Allide Nammane, Illidu Summane. Purandaradasa said, Allide Nammane. Our house is there. This is futile. This is not your place. That is the way. After so many years of Krishna consciousness also, we don't know our home where it is. Because we forget it. Sometimes we hear about it. One single desire to go back to God. This awaits them in due course on quitting the material body. Just after quitting the body, it awaits. And fourth, this is most important. Because they have the highest aim of life, going back to Godhead is the very highest aim. They are never envious of anyone. Because his goal is different. His goal is not to fight here or become rich here or taking big position here. In material world, same thing is happening. Just pull other person, you come. Pull other person and come. That's happening. So many committees. And it is not that. Because they have highest aim of life, going back to Godhead, they are never envious of anyone. Because they have got a higher goal. When you have thousands of notes, if you 8 annas was in the floor, who will catch it? Some 8 annas is gone. Don't forget. You won't by looking for that where the things have gone. It's not like that. It's very highest value of life. Highest aim of life, going back to Godhead. And they are never envious of anyone. Nor are they proud of being eligible to go back to Godhead. These two things. The proud also they won't get. This process comes by chanting the holy name. The fifth, last, only business is to chant and remember. This is Narad Muni is saying that. This only business is to chant and remember the holy name, fame and pastimes of the Lord. Name, fame, of pastime of Lord. That name, fame is important. That we have to concentrate. And according to the personal capacity, it's not that you should have some certain degree only. No. As per your, according to your personal capacity, to distribute the message for others. Welfare without motive of material gain. Others' welfare without motive of material gain. Then, this is the sincere devotee's quality. Nutshell. So you all are knowing about it, because we have to remember it again and again, so the thing will come. That's why as soon as all this contaminated things, material world is miserable, still we have the material body. So we are attached so much with that. So some or the other, by day to day practicing, will definitely achieve the real goal. That is remembering Krishna. Prabhupada's one word I remember, some of it. You can't be peaceful so long as we shall want something. We shall want something. If you have that something, you can't be peaceful. That something should be removed. How can you remove it? By chanting the holy name. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Finally, by doing all those things, all those presses, your total sinful things will be removed. You become sinless. A sinless life you are dealing. If you are leading sinful life, Prabhupada says, you'll never be interested in God. That's why Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has given us such a wonderful thing. Holy name. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. So number one is, by doing this process, this 100% guarantee will get purified and will get the spiritual advancement. It will just like a dry coconut, slowly, it automatically separates from the outer shell. Outer shell is gross and subtle form of material nature. So by that, you'll be free from the false ego, and that is the total liberation of the soul. Thank you very much. We have time, right? So, Grantharaj Srimad Bhagavatam ki, Srila Prabhupada ki, Hare Krishna.